Hello, friends, and welcome into College Football Now. I am Tom Downey, back again with another head coach candidate list because Illinois is the latest major college football program to move on from their head coach. Lovie Smith is on his way out. He has been fired by the Fighting Illini, that was back on Sunday, and this makes some sense. Smith had been there for 5 years, and he had one winning season. And oh, by the way, his buyout was pretty darn cheap. It was a reported $2 million. After watching Auburn pay Gus Malzahn $21+ million to go away, Illinois saves a significant amount of money relative to that one. Smith at Illinois, it just wasn't good enough. Now, that 2019 season was by far his best, 6-7, but 3 wins, 2 wins, 4 wins, and a 2-5 season this year in the unusual 2020. Yeah, even at a place like Illinois, that's certainly not going to get it done. I don't think the Illinois job is the best one out there, but I think there is some potential for it. And they just installed a giant new facility back in 2019. That ended up costing $79 million, so they're now closer to being up to par with the rest of the Big Ten. They're on the right side of the Big Ten Conference. I think they can have some success, certainly a lot more than what they've shown in recent memory. It's certainly not as good as the Auburn job, but I think it could be a good one for the right head coach. So get your votes in here. Rate the Illinois head coaching job on a scale of 1 to 10. Now we're going to go from 10 to 1 in terms of potential Lovie Smith replacements. Luke Fickell. In years past, the Cincinnati head coach jumping to Illinois might make some sense. I don't think Fickell really does, though. I know he's a big name. I know a lot of Illinois fans want him, but he's at number 10 because I don't think he's going to take the job. Now, maybe Illinois comes through and just throws money at him, but I think it's a lot more likely he treats the Illinois job just like he did the Michigan State job, and he ends up saying no. Let's go to Jason Candle, the head coach over at Toledo. Toledo's 4-2 this year. They won 11 games back in 2017, but Candle not as good as Matt Campbell. I think that's rather clear. 7-6 wins the 2 previous years before this one. He's not a terrible head coach. I think there are better options in the Mid-American Conference than hiring Candle out of Toledo. By the way, Jay Norvell could be a sleeper candidate here as well. Before we dive into my top 8, I want you guys to let me know who you think Illinois should hire. Let me know what you think in the comments section. I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. So if you have some thoughts, if you get that ad break here on YouTube, scroll on down and get your votes in. To a name you might not have heard of before, Todd Monken, the Iowa State offensive coordinator, currently in his second stint at Iowa State, part of a better than you would think offense for the Cyclones. Spent some time in the NFL with Indianapolis Colts, to be specific there. Look, you're not going to get Matt Campbell. Don't even try. There's no chance he leaves the Iowa State job for the Illinois job. That is a lateral move for a guy that is going to have NFL interest. Maybe his offensive coordinator, though, could make some sense. Number 7, currently with the New York Giants, but certainly best known for his time with Wisconsin and Arkansas, Bret Bielema, who, based on the reports I've seen, clearly wants the job. I think he has leaked his own interest in it. He is with the Giants right now. This is the safest hire that Illinois could make because you know what you're going to get. You're going to get okay play. He was fine with Wisconsin, wasn't very good at Arkansas, but his style of play fits Illinois a lot better than it does the SEC. But you know what? If you're Illinois, what's the point of hiring Bret Bielema? Does that really make you a better program? I don't think that it does. If I'm Illinois, I'm going to swing for the fences knowing it might end up being worse, but at least there's higher upside there. We got some gear on sale for you guys, all you Illinois fans out there. How about even 50% off on some colder weather gear, because I know how cold it gets up there. Head over to chatsports.com/CFB sale. You will find gear up to 50% off for all major college football teams. So you Michigan fans out there, they got you guys covered. I'll put the link in the comments and in the description. It is at chatsports.com/CFB sale. 50% off. It's a perfect gift for yourself or a loved one this holiday season. Let's go to number 6, Todd Monken, who I do want to make note, by the way, is from Illinois. Born in Wheaton, grew up there as well, was a quarterback for that high school. Monken has been a college football head coach before. Southern Miss did a good job. jumped ship, went to Tampa Bay to be the offensive coordinator. That coaching staff got fired. Then he went to Cleveland and is now the OC at Georgia. So his career arc kind of trending back in the wrong direction. But if he wants to be a head coach, maybe going back home for Illinois would be a decent move. Another coordinator here, number 5 on our list, Jim Leonard, the Wisconsin defensive coordinator. I think he's done a fantastic job as the Wisconsin DC. Now, he is a Badger alum. Maybe he doesn't want to leave, although the Paul Chryst job doesn't appear to be opening up anytime soon. Maybe jumping to a different Big Ten school this time as a head coach might end up making some sense. Now, Luke Fickell, you're not going to get him. But you might be able to get his very promising young defensive coordinator, Marcus Freeman. I don't know how much Cincinnati football you guys have watched this year. That defense is actually really good. It has been fantastic this year, and the very promising young Freeman certainly deserves a lot of credit for that. It is a significant jump, DC at a group of 5, although it is the best group of 5 conference, to the Illinois head coaching job. Freeman is viewed as a promising young riser. If you're Illinois, maybe you take the big-time gamble and say, you know what, maybe we can get the next up-and-coming young head coach. Now, if you guys want more college football rumors, more replacements list, maybe Arizona? Just saying, Kevin, someone got fired after all. And if you want some recruiting videos as well, hit that big red button and subscribe today. That way you don't miss out on any of the college football videos that we'll do for you here at Chat Sports. Number 3 on my list, the other Monken, Todd's cousin, Jeff, the head coach at Army. And you got one big obvious concern here, right? Do you want to embrace a triple option offense? Maybe, maybe not. But I will make note that Monken has done a really good job at Army. This is a program that when he took over had one winning season in the 17 years before he's arrived. Now they have had all but one winning season in the past 5. Now, maybe Monken's want to change his offense. I don't know if that's the most likely outcome there, but I'd say at least explore it, much like his cousin, also from Illinois. I don't know if a major college football team is going to go back and re-embrace the triple option offense like Nebraska did way back when and more recently Georgia Tech. If they do, Monken certainly makes sense. I think the top 2, though, are really good choices for Illinois, even if they might not be the sexiest head coaches out there. Sean Lewis, the head coach at Kansas State. And I know that there's some Kent State. I know there's been some bad track record of MAC coaches at Illinois. But Sean Lewis, 7-6, 3-1 the past 2 years. That's 7 wins in a season, by the way, is the second most since 1987 at Kent State. It's been one of the worst college football programs ever. He went to their 3rd bowl game ever under him. Yeah. I mean, outside of the one magical Darrell Bevel year, Sean Lewis's 10 wins over the past 2 years is the most combined since that 1987 season. Like, it's ridiculous how much better this team has been. The offense for Kent State has gone from being one of the worst in college football before Sean Lewis got there to they are now averaging the most yards per game. That is significant. So I think if you're looking for a head coach candidate who is a sitting and proven head coach, at least as proven as you can be in year 3 at Kent State, Sean Lewis makes some sense. But do you want to go the head coach, or do you want to gamble on one of those promising young coordinators? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. What is the better target for Illinois? 1 for head coach or 2 for coordinator? We're going back-to-back MAC coaches here at number 1. Lance Leipold, the head coach at Buffalo. The common theme here, Kent and Buffalo, 2 historically trash programs that have had success with their current head coach. What Leipold has been able to do at Buffalo and Wisconsin Whitewater, by the way, is very impressive. Now, he's older than Sean Lewis is, but he's also more experienced and more proven. And there's also that little bit connection there, Illinois, Wisconsin, so you've recruited somewhat in the same region, obviously at a very different level of competition. But if I'm Illinois, you go try and get Luke Fickell. Knowing once you probably miss out on those 2 guys, I'm going to call those 2 promising young Mid-American Conference head coaches, Sean Lewis at Kent State and Lance Leipold at Buffalo.